is Tuesday, June the 9th. It is raining this morning. It's muggy, it's warm, it's raining. So I'm probably not going to get to go outside and walk, at least not for a while. But I'll make sure I hit the treadmill at least a little bit if I'm not able to walk. This is a non-workout day, so walking is what it is. And maybe some stretching if I squeeze that in. I didn't sleep well last night, so I still got up early, but I just was too wiped to go in there and try to stretch. I was like, I'm starving. I'm going to go ahead and go downstairs and eat. So I made the sandwich that I'm hooked on now, which is homemade sourdough with a wedge of Laughing Cow pepper jack cheese, 2 scrambled eggs, and 3 slices of Canadian bacon. And then I have an additional hard-boiled egg with sriracha and everything bagel seasoning and crushed red pepper. My coffee this morning has my creatine and my collagen protein in it, and collagen peptides. And then I actually am being very different, and I'm adding this. It's surprisingly clean for being Starbucks. My husband buys this, so this is his. But look, it only has cream, sugar, milk, water, salt, and natural flavor. So that's it, and I had 2 tablespoons because this is a big cup of coffee, and I went ahead and added a tablespoon of this stuff just because I really love mushroom supplements, the benefits that they can give you. I have my own double extractions that I've made myself, and from personally foraged mushrooms and mushrooms that I purchase from dealers sometimes. But those sounded bad, mushrooms I purchased from dealers. It's not that kind of mushroom, okay? Those are the medicinal ones. Anyways, I'm going to go eat this. I'm starving. There's my supplements, of course. But thank you for watching so far. It's noon, straight up noon, and I'm wanting to go for a walk because it's cloudy and overcast. It's been raining. It's not as hot as it could be. So I want to hurry up and eat my lunch so I can get out there and enjoy while it's still a little bit cool. So I have sweet potato, and I actually mixed it with some butternut squash to kind of reduce the calorie content. And then I put my Real Good chicken chunks in the air fryer and got them nice and crispy. And this is a keto tortilla. I haven't had this meal in a long time. And this right here is super not clean. This is Buldak. It's the ramen company. It's their chicken hot sauce. And it's super not clean, but then again, neither is the tortilla. The rest of this stuff is clean. But, I will operate on like a 80-20 premise around here. 80% clean, 20% So this is going to be my lunch. Again, this is on a salad plate, so it's not like a massive burrito size. It's like a 7-inch long burrito, and you wrap it up, and yeah, that's what I do. I'll wrap this up and enjoy this. So that's lunch. Come on, let's go. I'm being joined today. Yay. Don't get tangled up together. Come on. Where are we going? Come on. Go up there with Sissy. We had a nice big rainfall this morning. I mean, it was coming down in buckets. So the little creek is a little bit higher, and it is bright orange because all the sediment's been stirred up. Neat. I am enjoying a bowl of watermelon on this humid day. I'm glad that it's overcast, so it's at least kind of pretty and it looks cool outside. And if you sit down and don't move, it is cool. But if you move around at all, you will suddenly be drenched in sweat. Just because that's what happens when it's humid. But there's my watermelon. What's funny is I couldn't even eat watermelon until like my 30s. I hated it. And now I can eat it. Hey y'all, it is a hot muggy day again here in the dirty South. It's been cloudy and rainy, and it looks like the sun is trying to peek out, but I'm not really sure. You may have noticed that my hair is different. What do you think? I did not particularly want to go this dark. I really prefer the lighter color that I had going on, but this is just a box dye. I usually go get my hair color at the daggone Family Dollar right up the street, and it's like $5 a box of Revlon, and it's like, I think it's light or medium. It might be medium. Auburn, something like that. And then to maintain it, I have a colorizing like conditioner that helps just to keep your color fresh. And it's by the brand Overtone. And the color is warm ginger, I think. Or ginger fire, something. I don't know. Ginger glow, maybe? That might be it. But that's what I use. But I cannot find my Revlon color that I wear. I couldn't find it, and I went to two different places, and I was not about to go all the way up to the Walmart. So I just got what they had, and it was a auburn, but it was a dark auburn, and I was like, well, I knew it was going to turn out to be this color, but it's okay. I mean, I know it will fade as I'm washing it anyway. It's like within one or two washes, it'll be about the shade that I want. But I actually kind of like this. I'm kind of feeling it. It makes me feel like a rocker chick. Yesterday I went wearing no eyeliner, and then today I'm wearing lots of it. So, I don't know. I just felt like being punky, I guess. But this cat is about to drive me bonkers. That one right there. If I could find another home for her, I would. But I digress. She sure is cute, though. Um, she's ornery. So I'm kind of sitting here right now in this, like, questionable. What am I? It's like a land of uncertainty. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. As far as my caloric intake, what it should be. Um, I have followed a total daily energy expenditure website. I've looked at those, and as well as like a resting energy and all of them. BMR. You don't ever want to go by your BMR. Your BMR literally tells you how many calories it takes to keep you alive if you were in a coma and not moving. But then, your TDEE, total daily energy expenditure, is, an estimation of your activity level and your age, your height, your weight, your gender, all that plays into it. And it tells you about the amount of calories that you're expending in a day. Well, I have that set up on my Chronometer app, and it connects to my Apple Watch, and it factors in all my activity and my movement, which I don't tend to track my weight training because I don't really have a way of doing that. I mean, it'll kind of take note that I'm being active if I tell it to, but it's not like tracking steps, And then of course I track my steps, and I will tell it that I'm going for a walk. If I'm on the treadmill, it's an indoor walk. If I'm walking through the neighborhood, it's an outdoor walk. And the outdoor walks actually will register. They will monitor my VO2 max and stuff. So that's good. I can keep an eye on that and see where that goes. But yeah, I really don't know how to figure in my weight training. But that's really fine because when Chronometer tells me, hey, you can have this many calories in the day. This is how much you're expending. Then I know that I'm really expending more than that, probably significantly more than that, especially when I'm lifting weights. But, non-weight training days are recovery days. And I discovered recently, like within the last week or two, the Mind Pump podcast, and they are on YouTube. That's where I found them. I learned from them that your recovery days, that's when your body is actually building your muscle. So, the strength training days, the days you're actually lifting weights, that is the stimulus that tells your body, your body is telling your brain, hey, we need some more muscle because we're having to do this work and we're not strong enough for it. We're getting consistently pushed to failure. So let's make some more muscle. And then on your recovery days, you're supposed to feed well. And that's when your body will build your muscle. And I have heard these guys, I mean, they've been in the fitness industry for decades, over 20, 25 years. They're my age. And they talk about all kinds of types of clients that they have and have had and their experience with that. And they talk about women, even smaller than me, who, they can get them upwards of 2,500 calories or more, and they're losing weight. And because they're strength training and they talk about reverse dieting. Like when you've spent so long in a caloric deficit, your body learns to exist on those lower calories, and that's why people hit plateaus. Like if you consistently, you start out eating around 2,000 calories a day, or whatever, 2,500, and you're gaining weight. And then you figure out, well, I need to be cutting my calories to lose weight. And if you cut all the way down to like 1,500 calories, yeah, you're going to lose weight because of the law of thermodynamics and whatnot. But eventually your body gets smart and it's like, okay, this is what we have to live on now. So now we're going to hang on to all the fat. We don't want to lose that precious fat. That's our extra energy storage. So we're going to pare down muscle instead. And that's what your body does. You'll start losing muscle, and you won't lose any more body fat, and you'll just kind of hit a plateau and be there until you cut your calories even more, which is just a vicious cycle. I mean, who wants to exist on 1,300 calories? That's like what a kid lives on, like a toddler. Like, come on. So they talk about reverse dieting and slowly like raising your calories so your body realizes, oh, we're safe. We don't have to pare down muscle. We don't have to starve or what have you, So I am consistently consuming right around 1,900 to 2,000 calories a day, which used to be my maintenance. But as of right now, I'm actually legitimately losing at that rate. It's crazy. I know I'm losing inches, and even my scale is going down some. And I know I'm building muscle because I'm getting stronger, like legitimately stronger. I mean, I haul around 50-pound bags of dog food and chicken feed and scratch grains and you name it, Big 40-pound boxes of cat litter. And, right on cue, I talked about the cat, and there she is again. But, so, I mean, and I can open jars easier. Like, my grip strength is definitely better, and that's awesome. So, I'm seeing, non-scale gains, and this is the first time in my life that I have ever just not stressed about the scale. Like, I don't care if it goes up, I don't care if it stays the same, I don't care if it goes down, because I know I'm doing something totally different. Like in the past, when all I would focus on is diet, I have always just only focused on diet, and maybe adding in some walking. But I've never tried strength training. I've never tried a real, legitimate exercise program apart from just walking. And this is a whole different animal to me. And I mean, the scale's going to do funny things, and it's crazy, especially hearing all these people's testimony, how much they can eat. And they're like, yeah, the scale didn't change, but I went down 2 pant sizes. Like, what? Because what happens is they're losing, 20 pounds of fat and gaining, 5 or 10 pounds of muscle, and it does not look the same. So I'm excited about that. I'm pretty sure I touched on some of these things in probably my first or second video. But yeah, I'm still figuring out my, caloric intake, what I should be eating. Over this last weekend, I didn't really track. I tried to kind of track, but then I stopped because it was just a lot to keep up with on the weekend when I'm busy. But at one point, I had an ice cream cone and a big Mondo one. It wasn't like 2 scoops, it was just one. But it was a big ice cream cone I got from the ice cream parlor. And that's what I wanted. That was my supper, basically. And but I worked so hard. That was the day that we were out building that addition underneath the chicken coop. And I noticed while we were building that, how much easier it was for me to get up and down off the ground multiple times. And, like, it was just an easier job. I had an easier time of it. Getting up and down was fine. At one point, I had a big roll of hardware cloth that I was sitting in a lunge position while I was leaning over the hardware cloth with my elbow, and then I was using my other arm to snip across it, and cut a big sheet of it off. And that required a lot of strength, and it was fun. I'm like, ooh, a free workout. You wish all my workouts are free, I guess. But this, it wasn't a deliberate workout, but I was like, hey, I'm going to use this opportunity to build some strength. I actually lost a pound that day, even having a great big ice cream cone. It was crazy. But then Sunday, I kind of got lax, and that's something that the scale goes up and down. Like, I didn't eat a whole lot over budget. I probably ate it more like maintenance. And, but the scale will gain, it can gain 2 or 3 pounds in a day. and then lose another pound or two by the next day. It fluctuates up and down so much. But I'm seeing my trend, steadily go downward. I mentioned that in yesterday's video. And so I'm very pleased and happy and excited. And so I know I'm on the right track. But this is one of the best things I've ever done. And I would totally recommend anyone to take up strength training because it's only going to benefit you. It's going to protect you from being old and decrepit and frail and losing your independence and losing your muscle mass and your bone mass and your balance and just becoming frail. Nobody wants that. And a lot of times you don't realize it's happening until, you uh, fall down and hurt yourself really, really bad. And some people never recover from that. Um, but I guess that's all I'm going to talk about today because, I could go on and on. Y'all know me, I'm long winded. And I can talk about conspiracies, I can talk about whatever's on my mind. But let me know in the comments if you like the dark hair better or the lighter hair better. I am very much kind of feeling this dark. I really like it. And I like my makeup today too. I think it turned out cool. I had to reapply a little bit after going out and walking and sweating so much. Like when I first started walking, I was like, dude, it feels so nice out here. It's nice and cool. And then I got, 2 blocks down the road and I was like, this sucks. I'm sweating. But that's just how it is this time of year. It's crazy. But yeah, I guess I'm going to cut it off for now. I'm trying not to spend so much time going, well, I'm going to stop and then keep talking. So I'm really going to cut it off for now. But next will be my dinner. I still haven't decided. I have an idea of what I'm going to make, and I'll just share my dinner and then end with my macros as always. And I just appreciate y'all being here. Like and subscribe, hit the bell, and do all the things to help the channel. And be excited if you're joining now because you're catching me at the ground floor of my weight loss. I've been in a weight loss thing all my life. Like I said, I've been overweight for 40 years, literally. But yes, this time around, with this new endeavor, this is the ground floor. So get in now and follow along. All right, thank you for watching. I love y'all so, so much. God bless you guys. Be positive, be grateful, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. This is in the oven on keep warm. I made steak fajitas, and my husband is almost home. That's why it's in the oven trying to be kept warm. But this is my portion. It's exactly 200 grams. All it is steak and onions and seasonings. Like some garlic. And then I'm going to have one of those flour tortillas right over there. Those are the kinds that you cook yourself on a hot griddle. Yes, so I'm going to have one of them, and that's going to be my dinner. Here's my dessert after supper. I'm having some wild blueberries that are down there in the bottom. They're the frozen ones. I just put them in the microwave for 10 seconds to thaw them out. And I put some Chobani zero sugar vanilla Greek yogurt in there and topped it with some no sugar added chocolate chips.